good afternoon to everyone. I am Ms. Jeremy, and today I'll be walking through a proposed framework to strengthen education and workforce readiness in the Caribbean. I'll start by showing a briefing I received from the Ministry of Education outlining the current challenges. Then, I'll present a structured, evidence-informed framework designed to address these issues and enhance opportunities for students across the region. But before I delve into the content of this presentation, I would just like to give a quick disclaimer. This is for presentation purposes only. It's a hypothetical scenario. So earlier I mentioned that I received a document from the Ministry of Education. This is going to be a mock document as to what I would receive if I were actually working in the capacity of policy analyst or policy advisor. So this is really for presentation purposes. So there has been no formal correspondences or communications. I just want to get that out of the way. So without further ado, I am going to go over to my mock document. So as we can see here, this is the briefing that I received from the Ministry of Education regarding workforce readiness in the Caribbean. They've outlined the key challenges and are asking for evidence-based policy recommendations. So I'm going to walk through the email and then I'll present my framework to address the issues in this email. So as you can see here, we have, Dear Ms. Jeremy, we are seeking guidance to address ongoing challenges in the Caribbean education system related to workforce readiness. The key issues identified include graduates underemployed despite strong academic credentials, curriculum misaligned with labor market demands, limited experiential learning opportunities, gaps in soft skills, communication, teamwork, and problem solving, equity and access barriers, over reliance on formal degrees, and institutional capacity constraints and cost effectiveness concerns. We would appreciate your recommendations for evidence based frameworks, interventions, or policy solutions to improve workforce readiness, strengthen equity, and better align education outcomes with labor market needs. So attached, I have regional educational metrics for the year 2024 to 2025 and the comparative case studies from companies of Finland and Estonia. And we are ending up with sincerely, Ministry of Education Policy Analysis Unit. Okay, so now I am going to move over to my Google slide presentation. And this presentation proposes a framework to strengthen education and workforce readiness in the Caribbean. It's designed from a policy economics perspective and highlights actionable strategies for improving curriculum alignment, skills development, equity, and institutional capacity. So, why is this action needed? The Caribbean faces several persistent challenges in education and workforce alignment. Graduates are often underemployed despite academic credentials that are relatively strong. Curricula remains misaligned with labor market demands, and experiential learning opportunities are limited. There are notable gaps in soft skills like communication, teamwork, and problem solving. Equity barriers prevent many students from accessing advanced opportunities. Finally, school frequently lacks capacity and resources, and existing programs are often not cost effective. These challenges create a critical need for a structured, evidence-based framework. Slide 3 will cover the 7-pillar policy economics framework. So to address these challenges, in my capacity of policy analyst, I would propose a 7-pillar framework integrating both policy and economic considerations. And the pillars are as follows. curriculum relevance and labor market alignment, immersive or stimulated experience, personal development and early life skills, economic viability and cost effectiveness, institutional capacity and governance, equity and accessibility, and competency-based recognition with alternative pathways. Each pillar is designed to tackle a specific gap while ensuring a cohesive, scalable approach. So I am just going to briefly run through the first three pillars. The first three pillars focus on education and experiential learning. So pillar one, curriculum relevance and labor market alignment. Students can select broad career tracks early, and coursework is tailored to industry needs. Pillar number two, immersive or simulated experience. And the benefits of this pillar is that students engage in virtual internships, project-based assignments, and workplace simulations. Now, moving on to pillar number three, personal development and early life skills, such as communication, leadership, teamwork, and problem solving, are integrated into assessments and reflective exercises. Pillar number 4 to 5. The next two pillars I would recommend address sustainability and institutional capacity. Pillar number 4, economic viability and cost effectiveness. Resources are allocated strategically, budgets tracked per student, and initiatives are designed to be scalable. Pillar number 5 of my framework would be institutional capacity, and governance. Teachers receive professional development, administrative support is strengthened, and policies ensure consistent implementation. And lastly, pillars number 6 and 7, the final two pillars focus on equity and competency recognition. So pillar number 6 is equity and accessibility. So these are scholarships, mentorships, and digital tools which ensure all students can participate regardless of background. And pillar number 7 will be based on competency-based recognition and alternative pathways. The students demonstrate skills through portfolios, micro-credentials, or project-based assignments, reducing a reliance on formal degrees and promoting equitable access to advanced roles. And I would just like to expound on pillar number 7. By no means am I saying that education is not important. It definitely is. But I'm just saying that competency recognition, the like portfolios and project assessments can help to bridge the gap between someone not having formal education and not really just bridge the gap, but it can make the person who has education be better suited for the workforce too. So yes. So now I am moving over to a implementation. Oh, sorry. I am moving over to a conceptual scenario. So I'm just going to imagine, and I would like you to imagine with me, a mid-sized Caribbean secondary school piloting the framework that I just mentioned. So the students select career tracks early. They engage in simulations and virtual internships, complete reflective exercises, and receive teacher support for experiential learning. Equity tools ensure all students participate fully. The projected outcomes include increased engagement, enhanced technical and soft skills, better alignment with labor market needs, and a scalable model for broader implementation. Now we move on to implementations and next steps. So the framework that I proposed has several implications. So policy guides evidence-informed interventions and encourages competency-based pathways for education, supports experiential learning, personal development, and teacher readiness. Economy promotes cost-effective human capital development. Equity reduces structural barriers and expands access to opportunities. And our next steps in this proposal would be to include piloting programs, monitoring outcomes, and refining the framework across Caribbean contexts. In conclusion, this framework offers a strategic, evidence-informed approach to transforming Caribbean educational systems. Feedback, collaboration, and engagement are encouraged to ensure successful implementation. And for the full recommendation or for any further discussion, we can feel free to contact me directly at Teresa Jeremy via LinkedIn or comments on YouTube or anything really. And this is the end of my presentation and by extension, my video. I do hope that this framework was engaging for everyone. I actually came up with this framework from would I call it a dissertation? Maybe. So it's more of, I would say a mini dissertation that I came up with because I was sitting one day and I was like, I want to have something that I could publish. So I said, why don't I make a dissertation that I could have framework developed from. So I actually have the full Word document as well. So if anyone wants to see that document, I am open to sharing it. So until next time, bye.